Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn difference between old world wines and new world wines. This is the topic taken from the wines unit and the subject from F&B operations and management. Here we are going to learn in this blog. We are discussing what makes old world wines different from the new world wines. Sounds too snobbish? Here is a rundown on the origins and differences between the old world wines and new world wines. Here we are going to learn what is special about old world wine. Old world wines originated in countries that were the first makers of wines, which included France and Italy. The Old World mostly refers to countries in the Mediterranean, though it also includes countries like Armenia, Turkey, and Moldova. Which one is better, Old World or New World? It is the wine drinker's taste on which this depends. Old World wine refers to a great extent on the method of its production and favors the tradition over modern day experimentation. The ebb and flow of popularity between the Old World wine versus the New World continue like the trends seen in clothing. Both types of wines have some fantastic options to offer. Grapes make the differences. Both the old and new world wines have their own choice of grape variations, though their taste profiles vary. For instance, there are differences in Syrah, France, and Shiraz, Australia. The deep, rich flavored Syrah wines differ from the fruity forward of Shiraz. Similar is the case with Sauvignon Blanc that are made in the two main regions, France and New Zealand. In spite of growing the same type of grape, both the countries produce different wines. The France varietal offers a more earthy palate, whereas the New Zealand wine has a fruit-forward profile. However, it is more of generalization, and there are chances of you encountering wines that break with tradition. How important is the world when selecting wine? As already mentioned, wine preferences are highly personal. There may be a difference in taste of the same wines depending on the place where it is grown. For example, a collector of good wines might be more careful about the country of origin, whereas someone planning to enjoy good wines might be stocking their home with something else. What needs to be considered is to have an understanding of the principles of selecting wine and knowing your priority, style, primary flavor, and sweetness. These factors are more valuable when it comes to selecting your wines than the originating country, more so if you are getting acquainted with the getting more so if you are getting acquainted with and getting a feel of the different wines that you enjoy. Although the old world wine name has an air of sophistication to it, it does not override the greatness of the wines that are produced in the new world wine country. It is wiser for wine drinkers to resort to experimentation, be flexible in taste and selection, and enjoy the learning about what wine suits the palate. One thing that makes Calgary Dial a Bottle so popular for wine delivery in Calgary, Alberta is that we let you explore new wines without requiring to resort to guesswork at the liquor store. After all, it is important that your selection process of wines should be fun and exciting.